Kiki was, I bought her when she was a year old. We got her out of Texas. And when she turned 2 years old, I was getting ready to just lightly start her in training. And she ended up getting kicked in the knee. And then she actually got kicked in the elbow. And she broke her elbow. So we didn't know if Kiki was gonna make it. Welcome to Silver Dance Ranch. I'm Ruth Barkley, and this is the Taste Your Magic YouTube page. What we love to do at the Silver Dance Ranch is we do healing work with our different animals. We've got snakes that do healing work that have been on doctor shows. We have dogs and goats and a cat and all kinds of stuff. One of our main ones are our horses. We have a whole bunch of horses here that love to do competitions and also healing work. Some of the other things we do is we take people on trail rides, grounding trail rides. We take you swimming, working through some fear and balance, and it's just fun and refreshing. And then another one that's really cool is our full moon rides. But today what we're going to do with you is we are going to get a message from our new mama, Kiki. Her name is Kiki, and she's 6 years old, and this is her first little baby. And one thing that she wants to share with you guys is it's okay to ask for the things you need. And what do we mean by that? Well, Kiki was, I bought her when she was a year old. We got her out of Texas. And when she came home, she was turning 2. And when she turned 2 years old, I was getting ready to just lightly start her in training. And she ended up getting kicked in the knee. And then she actually got kicked in the elbow. And she broke her elbow. So we didn't know if Kiki was going to make it or not as far as being sound to ride, to compete, or anything like that at a really, really young age. And during this process, she had to be all by herself, and we were doctoring her and doing therapy with her and stuff, and she ended up healing miraculously well. We never ended up having to do surgery on her, which the vets almost guaranteed we had to, but we did our healing work on her and her energy work on her and all the doctoring stuff, and we got her to where we didn't have to. But in that, she really learned how to communicate with us. And when she was in pain, or when she needed her stall cleaned or more food to help her, she started to get to where she even noticed if her stomach was feeling off or on. And if she ate certain things, it helped her whole body feel a little better. And she started to just ask us. And she got so good at asking us that she would point at things. And so even this, like I'll sit, and most horses will show you where they want to be scratched just by going like this. But she'll get really good. When you find the spot that she wants rubbed, you see how she starts showing you? Rub me right here. And then the harder she wants me to do, the more she'll actually push and get her face getting that funny look on it. And then I'll look around. Oh, that's a good spot, huh? Right on her belly. And she gets to where she shows you. If you don't fully understand what she's talking about, then she'll actually show you. So her communication skills have gotten really good. But she's even moved into, when she was pregnant, she would come up to us and she would ask us to do some massage therapy on her. She would ask us to maybe pop her hips a little bit here and there while they were spreading and moving, because it was her first one. She even started to, I had a chiropractor that came out that was really good with energy work too. And she was scared to be a mom. And so we worked on things that were scary to her and helped her remove some fears of being a good mom or not. And the pains she was already feeling were scaring her in case they continued, and they usually get worse when you have a baby, right? And so we helped her through that. The biggest thing during the process with Kiki is she has just gotten really good and really courageous to ask for her needs to be met. What is good with that? When she's worked with humans, she's noticed that we get confused with our own needs. And so we ask for a lot of things that isn't really what we really need out of the situation. A good example is, she keeps kind of pointing at me, right, to tell my story, is it took me a long time to ask for support. And the reason why is because I associated support with anybody who wanted to help me, but the way they wanted to help me. Not necessarily the way I needed the help or support, but the way they were willing to give it to me. And what I started to realize was that was more work for me. And sometimes I caught myself giving support just so that I could receive some support. And what was confusing in all of it is I started to reject people helping me. And I got scared to ask for more because I just didn't know how to ask for my actual needs. And so what she wants you guys to do is to start to learn and get clear on the need that you need met, or the support that you actually need. And how are you going to start to communicate that more clearly so that others can help you? Because when she was first asking us, it's a horse, it's a human, and she had to continually try, and I had to try to figure out what her needs actually were. And once she figured out what the needs were, she could actually point out what that was and help me. And so as I've gone through life with the horses and with Kiki and my relationships, I have decided not to just accept any type of support, but to open it up and say, I actually need this type of support. I want your company, but I don't want you to, it's funny, I was thinking about when I was single, but I don't want you to sleep over. And stuff like that, right? And so I would set the standards right off the bat of the support. And that way, people, like I needed fence work done, or I needed help in doing my website or anything like that. And I started to just simplify down to the actual support that I needed. And I would ask that until somebody could clearly say yes or no. And this way, people that are coming in to help you, they can be more clear with what you're asking, and then they can say yes or no, whether they can actually show up for that or not. And that way people don't disappoint you as much. And that's kind of a little bit of a sensitive side to me, because I'm still learning how to ask for support and working through just some of my challenges with that. And so a good thing to think about that's helped me is, we call it the 3 graces. And the 3 graces are: when you give fully without expecting to receive, without an attachment to the gift. When you receive fully without having to feel like you have to give back or have an attachment to who gave that receiving to you. You receive. And the third one, which is incredibly powerful, is to be witnessed. Sometimes some of the things we need as gifted beings and as just ourselves is somebody to witness who we are in moments. And so when you are the person to witness, be the witness and witness it. And when you need the witnessing, then allow them to witness you and show up. So I call those the 3 graces, and that helps me. Receive fully when it's your turn to receive, give fully when it's your turn to give, and be the witness when it's your turn to witness. And that is what Kiki kind of has today, is don't be afraid to ask for what you actually need and the support that you actually need, and keep it clean so others can show up better for you in that choice. And now what I want you to do is I want you to just check in with Kiki and see what message she has for you, not for the whole collective, but just for you. Are you ready to talk to them watching, the ones watching? Okay.